Well, it's been a little while since I updated everyone on progress on the Hangar 9 Spitfire. So I just wanted to give you a little bit of a tour on some of the changes that I've made over the last couple of months and some of the things that I've worked out and got functioning. So if there's anything that I go through in this video that you'd like me to show you in a little more detail, I can certainly do that. First up, let's talk about the retract operation. Retracts are working just great. These are the ones that I got from Hobby King that were designed for a 50cc Spitfire. I did make one change with them. I had to shorten them almost 2 inches, and the way I did that was I just continued I drilled out the center an additional 2 inches deep and tapped for grub screws to attach it. I'll do that in a little bit more detail and show you, but it was really not a complex thing at all to make happen. One of the other little mods that I added for a bit of fun, I'll just zoom out here a little bit so you can see a bit more. Okay, there we go. So this is a mod that I thought would look appropriate on a Spitfire, particularly in dim lighting. And I don't know how well that comes out on video, but I'll take the camera and just zoom in a little bit closer. And if you look, you'll see the cannons and the guns are indeed firing. There are ultra bright LEDs in there, and the same on the other side, of course. And what that is I built a little circuit board using a 555 timer, actually two 555 timers. And the scale Spitfire, the 20mm cannons, which are the bigger gun, they fired at 600 rounds per minute, and the smaller ones here, they actually fired at 1200 rounds per minute. So this is not scale sequencing. I did actually build the circuits originally so that they would fire with a 10 Hertz and a 20 Hertz frequency, but it looked more like a solid light. Now what I've changed them down to is the outer ones are firing at 7 Hertz, and the inner one is firing at a frequency of 5 Hertz. This, while not scale, if you will, to the actual firing, does give a nice illusion of the guns themselves firing. So I'm going to take you around to the other side of the aircraft and show you a couple other nice mods that I think enhance the appearance of the aircraft while not necessarily making it accurate scale. It does indeed add to the look. This tail wheel, as you can see, does not look like the wire that comes in the kit. What I did is I just added a little bit of balsa around the wire. You can see it here. A little bit of chrome monocoat over the balsa to give it that aluminum look. And now it's a much more scale looking wheel. And you'll recall when I unboxed the kit, I said I was going to try and add a little bit of detail to the cockpit. So this is what I've done. So I'm going to get the camera down in here, and let's see if we can get a view. So I did indeed knock the floor out of the cockpit itself and added some detail, including the stick, the yoke. On this side you've got the throttle cluster, including the mixture and the throttle itself, and a few dials. And of course the up top is a Spitfire sight that was used during wartime. And that was just made with a little bit of plastic and some brass tubing and just glued in place. And the panel was made completely from scratch, a few circular punches used, and a lot of balsa to make the dashboard itself. Just come around and let's get the shadows out of the way here a bit. I'll move and give you another angle on the Spitfire cockpit and just show you what it looks like inside here as well. So if you look here now, this is the seat. Get it back into focus. And the seat is actually made with some heavy cardstock, quite light, and very easy to just shape it and make it look correct. And on the other side here, you'll see the gear retracts and things. So I do have a little more detail I want to add to the Spitfire. However, this was just intended to be a little bit of a walk around tour. Show you what the Spitfire looks like now, and some of the things that I used. For turning the cannons on and off, that switch is actually one that I made from an old servo. It's an electronic switch. There's no mechanical switch involved. And essentially what happens is instead of causing the motor in a servo to turn, I take that 5-volt charge and use it to run the LEDs. Anyway, that's it for this time, and I hope this keeps you interested in the Spitfire, and next time hopefully have the build complete and maybe talk about some of the weathering and things I want to add.